The University of Michigan head coach Sherrone Moore has been fired for having what the school calls an inappropriate relationship with the staffer. A few hours later, police took Moore into custody after reports of an alleged assault investigation.
So we didn't learn. We didn't learn from last time.
I talked about this on my TikTok yesterday, and I was extremely disappointed. I'm still disappointed because I'm just tired of hearing news like this about men who are believers, men who are Christians. It's kind of frustrating a little bit. As a wife, I'm just like, oh my gosh, not another one. Another one bites the dust. And then a young black man. I'm heartbreaking. 39 years old, wife. I believe he has 3 daughters. Then got fired, arrested, and you got caught committing adultery all within 24 to 48 hours. There's more to the story though, so I want y'all to take a listen to it. But before we do, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's go.
Former University of Michigan football coach Sherrone Moore is appearing in court. On Wednesday, as you may know, he was fired as coach, and then shortly after he was arrested. Now we have learned that he's facing 3 charges: home invasion, stalking, and breaking and entering.
I understand that our victim broke up. They had an intimate relationship for a number of years, defendant and victim. That our victim broke up with this defendant on Monday morning early. That there continued to be defendant making numerous phone calls and sending numerous texts from that time moving forward that she did not answer, did not respond to, did not want. That eventually she presented herself to the University of Michigan, cooperated in some form of investigation there. As we all now know, defendant was at some point on Wednesday afternoon fired from his employment. He then, at some point soon thereafter, came to her apartment, the address that is alleged in the complaint, barged his way into that apartment, immediately then proceeded to a kitchen drawer, grabbed several butter knives and a pair of kitchen scissors, and began to threaten his own life. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to make you watch. My blood is on your hands. You ruined my life. And a series of very, very threatening, intimidating, terrifying, quite frankly, statements and behaviors there in that apartment. It was only then, Your Honor, when the victim, she called her attorney and then at some point indicated she was going to call the police, and then he left.
You know, God tells us stuff. He taps us. The conscience be kicking your butt. You need to stop. You need to stop. And a lot of times we say, okay, Lord, I'm going to stop after this time. Okay, one more time, I'm going to stop. And when we continue to play and do that, we never wind up stopping. The Lord let this thing go on and on and on. And he gave that man chance after chance. And can't nobody tell me that he didn't. Because he gives us all the choice to make the right decision. Mr. Moore decided that he could not make the right decision on his own. And he continued to commit adultery with this woman. Now, a lot of people aren't speaking about the woman because more people are focused on him, his career, his legacy, and all of the money that he let go down the drain. But I want to make sure that people understand that the woman is not innocent. The woman he was messing around with. And she is going to reap what she sowed too. Because not only did he commit adultery, she did as well. Because she knew that this man was married.
Mr. Moore, could you state your name, please?
Sherrone Moore.
Sir, you are not to use alcohol, marijuana, or any other controlled substance that is not prescribed to you. You are not to possess or purchase a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You are not to engage in criminal conduct of any kind whatsoever. You may not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Prior to your release, you will be placed on a GPS tether. You will not be released before that GPS tether is placed upon you. You must continue all mental health treatment as a condition of your bond.
So Sherrone Moore went to court today, and I believe he probably was released on bond today. Now, what's unfortunate is that he has to go home and face his wife. Well, that's not unfortunate for him, but it is for her, because I'm sure that his wife is extremely brokenhearted. And her face and his face and their family is all over the news outlets, all over social media. It's just everywhere. And I want us to make sure that we pray for his wife and his family. Of course, we want to pray for Mr. Moore too. We're not leaving him out. But I know that he's still going to have to go through what he has to go through because God gives us chances. And when we do not listen, he also gives us consequences. And this man is going to have to face his consequences just like David did. When David decided that he wanted to mess around with Bathsheba, knowing that she had a husband, and then get her pregnant, and then decide, you know what, I'm going to have your husband unalive because I want you to be my woman. David was met with consequences. No matter how much he prayed, he asked for forgiveness too. But there are still going to be consequences behind your disobedience. I understand that God has a job to do. Because if he allows us to get away with things, we would continue to sin. We would live in sin and stay in our sin. Fighting your flesh is a daily battle. Daily. And while, yes, we all fall short, and yes, we all still sin in some kind of way, that doesn't mean you intentionally go to sin. You don't look for it, and you surely don't live and waddle in it. And that's what Mr. Moore was doing. So that's all I have to say about this situation. I want to, of course, make sure that we pray, like I said. Even though I'm disappointed, I'll still be putting him in my prayers tonight. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments below, because that's what I'm here for.